Hello, you guys. Thank you for being here, and I am sorry to keep you guys waiting. How are you? It's so good to see you. I really wanted to come live yesterday. I was going to try to come live last night, but it was my son's 14th birthday, and we ended up watching Jurassic World on Peacock. It was really good. You guys check it out. There's a lot of good movies on Peacock right now. That Black Phone, Jurassic World, Smile. There was another one. Oh, the new Orphan movie. Yeah, y'all go check those out. Hey, Tess. Actually, I was going to play one of the things you sent me. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Mel. Hey, Alyssa. West Virginia Holler Girl. Hey, Pointer Lover. Danny B. Monica. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Vicky. David. Holly, Halo Jones, hey Mark, Blue Willow, Steph, Danielle Marie, Julie, hey Ava, happy Thursday. Some people get mad that I talk to all of you guys in the beginning. I'm going to start saving these comments that I get like this, but I have to do it. I appreciate you too much. I'm glad that you're here. I love you guys. I'm sorry. I guess I'm not, I don't know. Hey, Cool Gamer. Hey, Great White. Catherine Top. K-Pop Dummy. David Gordon. Glenjamin. Ashley Oaks. Shell73. Thank you guys for being here. In Xantor. Good to see you. I was just thinking about my drawing. It's over there. I need to get it. I'm at my mom's house, and I've got it packed up to take over to my house. I need to do that. Hey, Miles. Amanda. Kib Kitty. How are you guys? So there are quite a few things that we can look at I swear, every day. It's like there's so much that we can go through, talk about, and look at, and I can't wait to show you. Thanks, Julie. I made this. It used to be just like a plain shirt with a unicorn and a rainbow on it, and then I tie-dyed it, and I didn't love the way it came out, but yeah, it's okay. And thank you. Hey, Steph, I am feeling a little bit better. Hey, Mindy. Hey, Jaylee. Rainbow Light. Crime with Kay. Hey, welcome. Well, good, because I appreciate you too much not to. Like, I think of you guys as my friends, so I want to come and talk to you, hear from you. Like, I don't know. Hey, Nadie. Thank you, Vicky. You guys are the best. Can't please them all. Hey, Crazy Mama. Oh, thank you, Tess. How's your son's ear? Julie, he's doing so much better. Like just a couple days on antibiotics. Now he thinks he don't even want to take them. At first, he was ready to take the antibiotics to get better. Now he doesn't even want to. I'm like, this is how you mess up. People think that they're better and they don't finish the cycle. Hey, Lori. Oh, good Pointer Lover, because I love talking to you guys. Hey, Snazzy Trinkets, Unsolved with Barb. Okay. Ooh, 20 minutes ago. That's cool. Let's pull that up too. I was actually looking. So I have several things for us to talk about, but I wanted to just do like a search to see what was new in the news before we came on. And this was like the search is what popped up. Let me share that while I grab the YouTube video. So there were a couple things, nothing too big, as we searched. Let's see. Moscow murders. I know that or Moscow police. What am I doing? Police department. Okay, I found it. Yay, it's 1 minute long. All right, so let's skip over here for just a moment and just check this out really quick to get it out of the way. I'm sure they'll say probably absolutely nothing, as usual, but we might as well check it out. If it will load. Oh, pause. 12:29:22.
I'd like to give a quick update to the community.
Wait a minute. My Bluetooth isn't connected. Hold on, you guys. I'm sorry. It's just if I don't do this, it will echo. The sound won't be good, or I have to constantly mute. Okay.
Starting Friday morning, we are going to be bringing in a professional cleaning crew to go to the residents and begin cleaning. Part of the reason we're doing that is because of the biohazards as well as chemicals that were used during the investigation. So there will be activity over at that residence on King Road. I just want people to know about that. I'd like to update everybody on the amount of tips that we've received. Number one, because we've received a lot more tips here recently, and we're continuing to investigate those and follow up on those. We've received over 19,650 tips. Email-wise, 9,025 of those have come in. phone-wise,
Thank you,
4,575,
Shar.
and we've received over 6,050 digital tips. Want to thank the community for all their help, and thank everybody across the nation for the help.
So they're going to be bringing in a cleaning crew. I think this is pretty normal. I mean, that's just normal. Okay, when you do like a regular search just to see what comes up on the news, this is what kind of comes up. The one thing that I thought we would look at, so we have, TikTok psychic, Professor Sue's the psychic. We've already talked a lot about that. I don't really see the point in wasting our time reading that. About the body cams that have come out, I think that there's a lot of people who are now obtaining those, and so they're talking about those. Mystery of Idaho student murders as police chief refuses to release. We'll check this out and this one out, and then we'll get into all the stuff I want to show you. But let's just see, because I don't want to miss anything, what this is. Mystery of Idaho student murders continues as police chief refuses to release 911 call. I really wish they would, but for over 6 weeks, police in Idaho have been desperately trying to solve the brutal murders of the 4 University of Idaho students. Radar Online has learned the police chief leading the investigation, James Fry, has provided a vague update regarding the release of a mysterious 911 call that could link them closer to making an arrest, and he has been pressing the public for tips that could lead to finding the killer. The 4 students were part of a close-knit group of friends. Chief Fry's been around since 1995, seen a number of mystery cases before. They did not spell that right. Maybe it was supposed to be mysterious cases. When asked if the mysterious phone call could bring them closer to making an arrest, he firmly stated he couldn't discuss that and that the investigation would hinge upon any helpful tips from local citizens. Well, okay, so kind of another nothing article, but let's see. So back to this. I'm going to the last check will be this one, and then I'll show you. There's actually some really, really crazy, interesting stuff to talk about today. I know that the YouTuber Chronicles of Olivia put out a video today about LinkedIn, and we're going to talk about that, but something really interesting from her video. She did an interview. She did a sit-down interview with the Gonsalves family. And, oh, welcome, Lori. Thank you so much. Thank you. She did a sit-down interview with the Gonsalves family. So we are going to, I can't wait to hear that. Now, it's not going to come out until January 5th. Which I don't know why, but regardless, there are some things that have come out from that. The family, or she said, a source said, that is Jack in the photo at the corner club. It is Jack. She said that the family still stands by him 1,000%. And so that was really interesting. 5th of January. Yep, that's exactly right. So we shall see what comes from that. Now, let me click this Inside Edition article. Was that the right one? No. Sorry. I'm crazy, y'all. This one, Idaho murders update, owner of King Road home cooperating. I don't really know the significance of this, so that is why I wanted to just click it briefly with you guys. So Idaho murders update, owner of King Road property cooperating with police. The owner of the property in Moscow, Idaho, is cooperating with police as they continue their investigation. During an interview with Krim TV in Spokane, Washington, Moscow Police Chief James Fry was asked about the owner of the residence and if they had been in communication with detectives during the investigation. And he said, "We have spoken with them and they are cooperating. No information at this time has been released about the identity of the owner." And we know who that is. I know, I'm not going to put his name out here. He does also own the house that Jack D stayed in, supposedly. So another nothing article. I don't know why I even take the time to write that. Whatever. That's getting on my last nerve. So we're going to skip over to the other things. So this is the video from Chronicles of Olivia. Now, I'm not going to play it, but I am going to just skim through it, and we're going to talk about it. So, like I said, she had a meeting with now. Kaylee Gonsalves actually followed Olivia on TikTok. Okay, when all this happened, she found that out, and also the Gonsalves family reached out to Olivia. So let me see. They had to sit down. The interview's not going to come out. They talked for an hour. There are some. She said the family. Speaking of Jack D, the family cleared Jack themselves. She said they talk about it in the interview. It was very emotional. That the FBI cleared him, Moscow police cleared him, and now the family has also independently cleared him as well. Hey, SRB. I think Kaylee was a fan. Yep, exactly, Mindy. Don't know why they're so head of heels for Jack. I'm telling you right now, that's weird. It's amazing the psycho murderer is still walking around free. I know, it's crazy. You know why I think that photo is not Jack D? And I think that photo, wait, it's Photoshop because someone else saying Chief Fry is the man at the door. That's not correct. No, it's the bar owner at the door. Hey, Cotton Candy. Little bit. How are you? Good to see you a little bit. Hey, Corey. I really don't care what the family says. I will keep Jack D on my radar. Not really a fan of Olivia either. Well, I'm going to show you some stuff that's happened with all of that. Hey, allegedly, because remember the other day, oh, Pedro, that's okay. I'm a baby channel. But remember the other day I played the video of Olivia's sister, and I went back and forth whether we should talk about this or not. And I think that we will talk about some of it, but first we'll go through this. So, Kaylee's sister, right after everything happened, she is on her way because she lives out of town. So she starts driving to Idaho. On her way, she gets a notification that Kaylee's LinkedIn account goes online. Okay, now this was about 12 hours after the 911 call. Here is like a picture of their set down meeting, like a part of their video footage. And you see Olivia and you see Steve. And then if you look right here, this is a screenshot of her LinkedIn account. So all of this occurred in the early morning hours of November 13th. We know between 3 and 4 a.m., supposedly, right? Then we know at noon, the next day, someone from one of the roommates' phone calls 911. We still need more details on the 911 call, and I've got a lot of questions about that. But set all of that aside, okay, they call 911 at noon. There's people outside gathering, family members, friends crying, wanting to know what's going on. They're doing their investigation. The coroner shows up at 5 p.m. So then later that evening at midnight, her LinkedIn goes online. Then she's like, what the heck? Screenshots it, talks to a friend, and is like, let me tell you what just happened, right? So she goes to screenshot the LinkedIn account again, and it's gone. So within just a few minutes, this someone was logged into Kaylee's LinkedIn account, and then they completely deleted it altogether. So the family got really mad. They reached out to law enforcement asking, did you delete it? And that kind of thing. And they didn't. So it makes you wonder, who could have had the login to her LinkedIn? It's not going to be some stranger. The family had her phone. So thank you, Dave G. Hey, JC. Hey, Aubrey. I know, it's super interesting. Oh, we miss you, allegedly. Yeah, Olivia is Kaylee's sister. Olivia with an A is Kaylee's sister. Olivia with an O is the YouTube creator. So there we go. Let's see what you guys have to say. Who could log into her account? Digital forensics, where are you? Well, I mean, the FBI is on the case. Surely to God, they have the technology. Well, you know they do. Because think about this, when you do a two-step verification on Google, you try to log into your Google account on another phone or whatever, and you have to accept it on your regular phone, and it will tell you where it's located, and I know they can. Just reiterates my thought on the suspect, in my opinion. My uncle died 3 years ago, and his LinkedIn is still up. So very unusual. Yeah, well, somebody deleted it completely. They would have had to, right? I would guess SRB, because they didn't have her phone. I mean, I don't know. Oh, I love you being in here. Stop leaving. Who cares about all the other stuff? I also wonder if any messages were left for Jack that night. Someone other than them could have called Jack with their phones. That's possible. Maybe she stayed logged in with a password. Yeah, but her dad had her phone, and then who would have deleted it, Hello, Dan from upstate New York. Irish hot chocolate. I've never heard of that. It will be technology that breaks this. I still think that. I agree with you. I really do. The digital forensics or CCTV. I'm feeling okay. I have a lingering cough that's making me crazy, and I can't breathe that much. I have to blow my nose constantly. 5 bags of popcorn? I actually haven't seen that. It would be someone who knows who can enter her accounts. My thoughts, someone has all of her login info. I agree. They have to, right? Clearly, someone is that close to Kaylee, and parents have no idea. Enough for parents not to assume about Jack. They don't know as much as they think they do. Maybe. Someone, well, this is another thing they said. So in her video, she does another video about the corner club. And she says, we have a source. We're not going to say who, but it is Jack at the corner club, right? But then she goes into the family still stands by him 1,000%. They love Jack. They talk about clearing him, like I said, and then they talk about, their relationship and different things like that. And they say that Jack is the kind of person who couldn't hurt a fly, that he's so gentle, and that he could, literally, they don't think he could ever even be capable of thinking about doing something like this, basically. After this online incident, I'm really suspect of IG, but also the 2 and 1118. Yeah. Now, what I need my wrench back. It's 1118. I'm about to do a whole overhaul on my wrenches. I've been meaning to do it anyways. Now, is that Emily and Hunter? Because I know that there's another creator who's really been, and actually we can go through that because I'm very interested in it. So JLR, another creator who's part of this little team, has been doing videos on Hunter and Emily, and he said he's reached out to the police chief. There's some weird stuff. So Olivia with an O is I'll link, I'm going to drop her channel in the chat. We're not going to watch her video, but I just did want to grab show you guys the screenshots. Whoa. Don't know what I'm doing there. Oh my God. What am I doing? Okay. Let me just get the link so I can share the channel with you guys. And then, oh my gosh. Okay, so 2 other things we're going to go through. One is this very interesting TikTok from the social media sleuth that was on Dr. Phil that Tess sent me. And then some really interesting screenshots I actually got from Mallory. That's usually over on Allegedly with Brittany. Mallory's very smart, I love her. She's sweet. She's really good at finding information. And yes, so this is Olivia's channel in the chat. If you guys aren't subscribed, she's going to be the one that's dropping all of this stuff. They say he is family. Hey, who said what? I know, Holly. I'm curious about that too, and I'm going to show you a video about that actually. Thank you, Crazy Mama. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me go right back. Now that we've went through that, we're going to watch this TikTok. It's Lisa Marie. This is, like I said, the sleuth on Dr. Phil. Remember, did you guys watch the Dr. Phil about this? Because there wasn't a ton of talk about it. Like in the Summer Wells case, when the parents went on Dr. Phil, holy moly, that like blew up the entire community. Well, this Dr. Phil episode, there wasn't a ton about it. I'm going to take you guys outside. I just wanted to start inside because I like to be on camera with you guys. I know some of you kind of like that better. You feel that you can connect better. I don't know. But I want to go smoke a cigarette. So while we listen to this, oh my gosh. Hold on. I got to pull it up again. Just a second, you guys. I don't know what I've done here. I made StreamYard like about 2 inches big on my screen. Okay. I like the face-to-face too. You know, I really do. I cannot wait to show you some of the drama that's happened with this sister that's came out. And I have to do it. Like, I debated whether I should talk about it or not, but I think that we have to because we've talked about her videos, and it's only fair to Kaylee, to the family, to everyone that the full story is out there. But first, here's this. So here's the lady that was on Dr. Phil. Let's see.
Regarding the information that I spoke about on the Dr. Phil show a few weeks ago.
Which was, hold on.
Enough has now come out that it's kind of been verified. So I feel.
So the information from the Dr. Phil show, I'm not going to pause this anymore. We'll just play it through unless there's something like profound that has to be said, right? But it was about the party. It was about the frat party that night and about a fight that occurred. Okay. And, I don't remember exactly what she said on there, and I could go grab the clip if we need to, but here is, let's just listen and see if we'll even need to. I only listened to about half.
Sharing what this person told me, because it's all been pretty much backed up and it's come to light. So basically, I had a lurker within my comments who kept telling me he was low inside information, and I basically called and I was like, look, if you do, give me something substantial. And he said, give me your, so I did. And he then called, basically what he told me was that he was a fraternity brother that was attending the same party as Ethan and Xana. Words were spoken between Ethan and 2 other brothers regarding either illicit drug use or even something like steroid use that had gotten another brother in trouble and maybe even got him out of the fraternity. Basically, he said it ruined his academic career. That's what he told me. So I asked him, where did this rumor come from? Is this something that, everybody knew? And he said no, but someone in the house had told an authority figure, ultimately costing this fraternity brother, his spot in the fraternity. So at this time, we've heard a lot of rumors on what this could be regarded. There's 2 brothers, both their names start with D, who some people think may have had some kind of hand within this crime. There's the rumors about the other brother getting thrown out for having an explosive temper and being creepy with girls. So all this kind of ties in together, and I honestly think some.
Okay, just one pause. Jack S. is the one who was rumored to have been kicked out. He was also rumored to have been kicked out of the corner club that night, and that surveillance shows us that that's not necessarily looking like it's true. Lynn, holy smokes, I was supposed to call you back. I got out of the shower and I had to go pick up Bentley's dad, and I got sidetracked. So I am so sorry. And about the American Spirits, I used to smoke those. Bye, Dan. I used to smoke those, but because they are healthier, they don't have all the additives and stuff, but they have like twice the nicotine, and they would make me kind of dizzy and stuff. But yeah. I know I don't necessarily believe her either. However, I think it's kind of interesting, and it's, you know, we can look at it because she was on the Dr. Phil show, and that, yeah, I think you may be right, Ava, and that kind of stuff. And you know, I don't know. We've all kind of looked at Kaylee and Maddie, and maybe someone connected to them or them being the target. But I've seen some people mention if Xana and Ethan could have been, but I don't think that that's been given enough thought or attention, honestly. Oh, come on, lady. Of course, has to give me problems. That's awesome,
together. And I honestly think sometimes I get a little nervous with everyone focusing so much on Kaylee and Madison because we have Xana and Ethan too, and they are obviously taken out as well. So why? We now know that the positioning of Xana's room, this guy did not have to go that route. He could have very easily, just like the girls at the bottom floor, just had left. So that to me says it's something that really, really angered this person. I totally believe him because everything he told me came to light in the following. And, you know, I'm just going to say some things that were mentioned: MDMA and steroid use. And so do I think that it could have something to do with this crime? 100%. And he actually told me that he ended up calling the tip line. I kept telling him, please just anonymously call the tip line and tell them what you told me. And he did at some, and I know that because, you know, we ended up getting all sorts of things in the media regarding his story. So at this point, you know, I would love to know who he's talking about and what disagreement came to light between Xana and Ethan at that party that night.
Interesting. I don't know. Let me look at her TikTok. You know what, Henry? I don't know. I talk about and tell the stories I want to talk about. And most of the people who watch me just get me like that. So if, you know, I don't know. Don't even know what you're referring to, but it is what it is. Oh, that is Aubrey. And I have absolutely no clue about the Greek system, lineage, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know. Because at my college, it wasn't really a big thing. And now I will say, in college, that's like the first time I ever saw ecstasy. I think that's a big thing that goes around in colleges. It's, thank you, Nadie. I do believe those frat guys were using things like MDMA and such. I went on a deep dive on all the frat guys' TikToks. They like to party for sure. Yes, and like I said, that's the first time I ever saw ecstasy in my life. It's something that, and Molly too, in college. It's a party drug, you know? And me too, David. Me too. MDMA. I think it's like ecstasy. I've never taken. I don't know. I've never done it. And right? Is that like the main thing in ecstasy? Thank you, JC. Yeah. Smoky Blue Days. So was she trying to insinuate that it could have been like Ethan? I didn't take that from that, but I guess I see where you get that because she says the some sort of disagreement between the two of them came to light. I want to know why Dr. chose her to come on his channel. She has quite a small TikTok. I mean, I don't know. Let's see just really quick her video after that.
And just a few suspicious takeaways that I have noticed and other online sleuths have as well. So we know December 20th, investigators go back to the house on Kings Road and they go up to the second floor. Now, that's noteworthy because online rumors start circulating that someone within the case is now cooperating with detectives. So December 20th, they're seen, and a few days later, outside Sigma Chi, 9 local Idaho police were seen outside the frat house. That's interesting because they never backed it up with the reasoning why. Obviously, it had something to do with investigation. And also, at this time, they said 50 warrants had been obtained within the area around Kings Road. We also have the suspicious skinning of the dog and the 7 coyotes. They have no relation to the crime whatsoever, but I tend to read a little bit more into that. It's all just too close and related. And just
too close and too related. So crystal meth, I don't think that's really like a drug that, in my opinion, and you guys, if you're new here, I'm in recovery. I've been in recovery 6 years, 6.5 years. It'll be 7 in August. And to me, you know, I think that crystal meth is more of like a experienced user, not like a party drug. It's not something like you really see at colleges and that kind of stuff. Now, I guess it could have, you know, it could be anything, but that's just my opinion. I'll be interested in the tox reports. I wonder from the get-go if they had taken anything like X that night. Henry, I ask you, how does Kaylee's sister know Kaylee's LinkedIn was deleted someone? So you got mad at me and said that I can't explain things. Why do I tell stories if I can't explain things? I didn't see your comment, Henry, and I apologize for that. But the reason that she knows is because she had pulled up the LinkedIn and just looked. So she got the alert on her phone that Kaylee was active. She pulls up. She takes a screenshot of her active, and you can see in the screenshot, you know, the date. Matter of fact, let me just go back to it for purposes of the story. You can see in the screenshot, November 13th, you can see the time, all of that. So she gets the alert, right, that she's active, takes a screenshot. She's on her way to Idaho from California. Then she's talking to a friend of hers, and she's like, Kaylee's LinkedIn was just active. Hold on, and let me show you. She goes back to her LinkedIn, and it's completely gone. That is how she knows it was deleted. After that, they reached out to law enforcement, and law enforcement said they were not the ones who deleted it. So that's how she knows. When this loads, I'm going to show you in the screenshots, and then we'll go through all the stuff with the sisters. Ethan's mom pushing how Ethan wasn't into drugs makes me think drugs are related. Come on, man. Are you serious? Okay. So here, you can see up here at the top, November 13th, 11:30 something p.m. Then, this freaking internet sucks so bad. I apologize, you guys. It is loading. You'll see on this one, this is when she goes back and it's completely gone. Someone created me a LinkedIn, so that doesn't bother me. It could be something like that, you know. Hey, Clarissa. Oh, thank you, Julie. I appreciate you guys. I mean, they're college kids, and not many college kids discuss their drug use with their moms. That's true. I agree. I totally agree. I feel like Alex lives in Bond Temps with vampires, werewolves, and fairies. Why? That is funny. Okay. Thank you, Steph B. I love you guys. I really love you guys. I don't think it's drug related at all. I don't either. I don't tend to think it's drug related either. Yeah, I tell my adult kids that I do not need to know everything. And think about it. We don't tell our family and our parents everything. We don't talk about our sex life, our relationships like that. We don't talk about our partying. I'm so close to my mom. I love my mom so much, and we've been close my whole life. When I was doing bad stuff, I wasn't going and telling her about it, at least not immediately. And, you know, I don't know. You can be such a close family and still not really know everything. Hey, Nene in Tennessee. Hey, Leo girl. Cleaning crew going to house Friday to clean the house per law enforcement. We watched that, Eliza, and thank you. I'm from London. Your accent cracks me up and reminds me of True Blood. Awesome. Well, I'd love to live with vampires, werewolves, and fairies. That'd be pretty freaking cool. Hell, in college, I had a boyfriend that lived with me, and I would sneak him out when my parents came to visit. See? Hey, Jane Doe. Public art critic, somebody psychotic, you know. Hold on one sec, you guys. Okay, I had to cough and all that stuff, and I'm not trying to do that in y'all's ear. Hey, Shay Benet. I used to be a big fan of Twilight, like way back in the day. Okay, so now we're going to get into this stuff with the sisters. Now, you know, this is... Okay. This is how we will get into this at first. So remember the other day we watched her sister, and we'll watch like just the first few seconds just to remember kind of what it was. So, oh shoot, sorry. Wait, am I even sharing it? No, I'm sorry.
And we do have different mothers. Samantha Gonzalez. I am Keely's eldest sister. And we do have different mothers. We share the same father. Steve is my biological dad. And I don't feel like going into intimate details about how that came to be, or
I can't believe they haven't cleaned it yet. Oh my gosh, JC, welcome.
Basically explain to you.
Thank you.
Simultaneously cultivating vulnerability within myself, that yes, it takes a lot to go on here and be somebody who really shares passion about this case and the situation at hand, but you really have to be careful about your wording and section and what you're posting, because your interactions, the media with the internet affects everybody who can see it, and it's everywhere. You can't escape right now. Me especially, I cannot even open my phone without it popping up everywhere I go. And some of the content is really, for one, it's false.
They are allegedly.
For two, it's cruel.
They are beautiful.
And it's being used as a catalyst
Okay.
to...
So we had this one, then we had a second one that followed where she was angry. Okay. After that, there were some things that happened in a Facebook group, and it seems like, in my opinion, that it was something that Olivia and the family wanted to be known, because I wrestled with, do we discuss this or not, and how do we do it? So I'm going to show you what went down in that group. And they're kind of out of whack. And like I said, I got these from Mallory, who is usually over on Brittany's channel, allegedly Brittany J. She's a doll. She's very sweet, very smart. She's just great. So I don't know where it starts, though. Let me see if I can. Because, like, there are some duplicates in here. Well, I guess we'll just know they're kind of out of order. So Olivia says to Katina, which is Sam's mom. So the lady that Steve had the baby with, okay? Listen, Katina, you did manipulate. So does Sam. That's your game. But I'm done. If you guys care so much like you're saying you do, then I ask that you stop. This isn't our family dog we lost. It wasn't a close friend. This is my fucking sister who was murdered in her bed with her best friend. You didn't know them, either of my sisters. Just have Sam clarify the truth or remove her videos that are clearly only made for seeking sympathy. And it goes on, and we may have that, but she says, once again, not the place. Once again, you're just so wrong. So wrong. She didn't follow Kaylee until after she died. Shameful. Steve has never even met Sam. You put his name on the birth certificate. He never signed the affidavit. He wasn't there. She says she's not going to stop until her and Sam admit that it was wrong to go on a social platform for her 15 minutes of fame and claim to be Kaylee's eldest sister. That's not the case. She had never even met her, had no relationship with her, didn't even follow her on Instagram until after her death. Now she's the eldest sister? No, that's me. She doesn't get to take that. And then she said, that's how you manipulated me to fill out 17. You're once again proving my point. All you guys do is wait for your next day of blackmail. And then the lady says, blackmail? Who did? No one manipulated you. Blackmail for what? And then she says, this is a message from Kaylee to Samantha. These are the ones that I really wanted to look at. So, Olivia is still going at her saying that, and I'll give you guys can check them out. We don't have to read through everyone. I don't know that that's necessary. She says they're nothing but drama. So here's the message from Kaylee to Samantha. Now, can we just stop? My prayers are with Steve and all of his children. Kaylee says, it is weird for me to have another sister. Hold on. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Okay, actually. Okay. It is weird for me to have another sister, and I've always thought of you as one too. Honestly, I could have sworn I saw your name somewhere when I was around 6 or 7, and I always wondered who you were. One day I asked Olivia, and she told me a little bit about you. That's where my curiosity ended, but I couldn't help but wonder what you were like. When Olivia went to meet you, it made me realize that I was still very curious. I recently got on Facebook because of many family members that were messaging me and saw I had a message request from you, and I accepted it. I didn't know it would notify you, but I guess it did. I'm thankful for that because I'm not sure I could have reached out to you myself. But to talk about boyfriends, no, I don't currently have one. I met this boy in 6th grade, and it sounds, so I think that's Jack D, because these messages were taken when she was in the 11th grade, I think. Olivia says, how old was Kaylee? 10? And she says, a sophomore in high school. Maybe it wasn't Jack. I'm not sure. But so that's when it was taken. Then her mom says, Olivia, do you understand that you girls share a dad? Samantha's heart hurts every time she turns the TV on, every time she looks at social media. This is in her face everywhere. She will never get the chance to meet Kaylee in person ever. She is kind to you, and you continue to be hateful to her. I'm so sorry for the pain you are feeling right now, but Samantha has pain too. Samantha has a relationship with her dad and does not like to hear people talking bad about him or his family. Please try to understand where she is coming from. Olivia said she is fake. She's rolling around in bed, putting herself out there as Kaylee's eldest sister. Olivia says, oh no, go ahead and show the actual date. Then she says, still doesn't have the date. And she said as a sophomore. The fact you don't think this has an effect on Samantha is very sad. To constantly see the family on TV and whatnot is a huge reminder of the lifetime of pain Samantha has experienced. Oh, that's sad. I would think from the conversations you and Samantha have had, you would understand this better than anyone. Oh, this is what she said, by the way. This is Kaylee with her, I think. I can't even read that in this one, but she says, bruh, this chick is crazy, and shares the girl's message with her. So she really did say that. I mean, and she shows that. Proof of how Kaylee actually saw Sam. It was definitely not her eldest sister. Hey, how are you? I know I'm a perfect stranger, but I forgot our dad's birthday. I'd like to give him a gift. Can I send it to your address anonymously? And that's when Kaylee wrote, bruh, this chick's crazy. Then more people kind of talking about it. Just for the record, Samantha Nelson has never even met Kaylee ever. It's wrong of her to assert herself as her eldest sister. So, and then that was a post from the group that was with the pictures. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's sad. It's really sad. This was bound to happen sooner or later. Once the 3rd week went by, I figured real life history would start coming out. Yeah, I agree. It's not the stepsister's fault. And, I can't imagine what her life was like knowing her dad was out there and not with her. That's sad. Yeah, so it's Olivia and the girl. We watched her video the other day, which is the main reason I thought I should talk to you guys about it, at least somewhat. And then, you know, just the family dynamic and that kind of stuff is kind of interesting. Shauna Lynn should not be out in the open. I know, but I guess Olivia felt like she had to say something with Samantha's videos getting so much attention. I'm not sure. Mel Mac, yeah, exactly. It is sad. They're caught up in emotion and airing drama they'll probably regret at some point. We have no idea the dynamics of any really. Yeah, and I don't think that we should criticize them, you guys. That's not what we're here to do. They're all hurting. Exactly, Carol. They are all hurting in some way. And yeah, it's just another part of the story that's pretty crazy. And I don't know. Hey, insanely confused. Hey, not so dumb blonde. Okay, so let me ask you guys. Can you, okay, I want to like poll you guys without having to go do a poll. So put a 1 in the chat if you believe this is a serial killer. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe it's someone directly connected with Maddie or Kaylee, and put a 3 if you think it's someone directly connected with Santa and Ethan. So 1, serial killer, 2, Maddie, Kaylee, 3, Ethan, Xana. Hey, Lips. Kaylee, Maddie, Kaylee, Maddie, Kaylee, Maddie. Serial killer, Kaylee, Maddie. This is so interesting to me. Kaylee, Maddie. Oh, criminality. Good to see you. So you think definitely somebody who knew them. Michelle Marie, Penny for your thoughts. Criminality. When are you going live? Hey, Annabelle. Thank you. Most people are thinking Kaylee and Maddie. That's interesting. Thank you, Pula May. I love you guys being here. Not a lot of serial killers, though. That's kind of surprising, actually. Death brings out the world. Yeah, and theirs is nationwide, and it's everywhere. Indirectly connected. Ooh, okay. And I should have put that as one of the things, too, because it could be someone, you know, on, like I said, on the peripheral. We talked about that, actually. We talked about that my last live. So the dad has a relationship with Sam, but didn't let her meet Kaylee. I don't know. Well, the girl said that she never met her dad either for revenge. That's another theory going around. And you know what? We've talked about that some because we talked about the nasty comments on Maddie's Instagram. 2 p.m. PST. Okay, good. Yay, I'm excited. Oh my gosh, are you going to do the one you talked about, the Jack D? Oh my gosh, that will be so good. We talked about the theory that it could be some sort of revenge because, you know, we have Hannah Clear, that girl who passed away from a sleeping pill overdose back in the spring of this year, about to be last year. I believe it was. Let me see, because I have all of that here. You know, and a lot of people, and it's still going around that actually it was Mallory who just shared a post in the group that I'm in with people talking about it still, saying it was some sort of revenge from her brother because of his sister, and her birthday was November the 15th. How do I look at like all the photos shared in this? There we go. Media. Now, I've never seen proof that they actually even knew each other. And there's a lot of people who say that they're roommates. And that's something that Teresa had said, that she had never seen proof that they were actually roommates. You know, so who knows? Let me show you, though. I do find it interesting her birthday was so close. But I kind of lean towards thinking that it's unrelated here. This young lady, Hannah Clear. This was actually from the King Road homicide page on the Moscow police website. A student was found dead under suspicious circumstances back in February. The death of Hannah Clear was confirmed to have been an overdose by the Moscow Police Department. On Twitter, Clear's father said he has seen the autopsy and toxicology reports showing that she overdosed on sleep medication. There was no evidence of foul play. Please respect my daughter's memory. So he tweeted that back when it first happened. A lot of people were thinking, was it foul play? And it was, it wasn't. But I don't even know why I have all that there. So where does Jack D live? That's an interesting, I don't even know if that's from Grizzlies live, but I don't think I've ever even showed that. But that is such an interesting view of their houses. Greek or Psychopath County. I think someone that wasn't in their circle, but not a stranger. Hey, Amanda. Thank you. And glad that you're here. The argument at frat stands out to me. Xana was so bloody hot. Okay. They were all cuties. Going over the Jack the Alibi guy. Yes. Okay, so today on Criminality, I have talked to you guys about this. So there is a guy who Teresa found who gives like the reason why he doesn't know why Jack D couldn't have been involved. And Teresa, said that he seems very legitimate, and she's going to go over that today on her channel. Hope that, can you mods drop the link, please? Oh my God, I cannot wait to see that. Would people think differently if Santa or Ethan's family was so open and vocal? I think people think Maddie and Kaylee because of the coverage around them. I don't know. I wonder that too. They keep saying the family said it wasn't connected. Well, the family said that I don't know that the family's been talked to since this, but if you look, the dad did do an interview after Hannah passed away because there was a lot of speculation and rumors around it, and it was just to say that it was not foul play and that kind of stuff. I don't know that I've ever heard anyone actually officially directly mention it, to be honest. February 2022. Yeah. On his way to being a serial killer, I think he will strike again indirectly. Well, psychic Reverend Donna Serafina, she's a psychic, and it is what it is. Psychics have been used. The FBI will call in psychics. That is the truth. Now, there's a lot of people who pretend to be psychic, like this lady who's done these TikTok videos who's getting sued, and they're full of trash or mentally ill or something. I don't know, but they're lying. But this particular psychic has a very interesting track record of getting things correct in other cases. She put out a video yesterday where she said, if this is to the mothers, if you are concerned that your son could be the person who did this, please do not confront him. She said, your life is in danger. She's like, he will hurt you. And if you believe that, then go do a DNA test with police or something like that, but do not confront him. Oh, thank you, Victor. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you. What about sorority revenge? Could be. Kaylee saying she was being a brat was her joking around. The family loves Jack. But does a noisy neighbor lead to multiple violent, physically exhaustive murders? I agree. Unless your neighbor's a psychopath and he snaps, I guess. But this could be connected to Washington and Oregon stabbings. So I have looked over one of the cases on my channel, which would be the couple where one of them survived. But I think that they've ruled that out being connected. It's all around the same time. Hannah and Hudson's deaths happen about the same time the three girls unaffiliated with the sororities. See, Holly, I need to find better evidence of that, because when you try to fact check these stories, I can't find anything that would say that it could be true. Just so everyone knows, I do not feel it's a serial killer because of evidence. I feel it is due to lack of evidence and having nothing released publicly. Did Hannah have a brother? Well, that's what a lot of the comments have said, but I'm not sure. Not that I can confirm. I wouldn't say that for sure. Word on the street is an arrest announcement press conference tomorrow at 12:30. I hadn't heard that, Corn Pop. I have the thought from the start it was a serial killer. Haven't changed my mind yet. Bye, crazy mama. Have a great day. Hannah Clear, if it's true that she was bullied, then it could be a motive. Yeah, and I think that we have to find the time to or find a way to fact check that and verify that. So hey, Sugar Magnolia. Hey, Michael Miller. Okay, you guys. Is there any connections to more than one killer? Let's do, before I let you guys go, we're going to do like a Twitter search and just to see what we can find that's came out. New stuff comes out on this case all day. I wouldn't be surprised, if we found something, I don't know. Reverend Sheriff Fitna is... I know what you meant there. Reverend Donna Serafina is always, she's like 98 percentile following her for years. People should not laugh or just think it's not true. She's real and offered her help in the case. She has, and she's also said she will do a free reading with any family members or any friends. Was there voice recordings on Kaylee's phone? I don't know. We don't know that. All I know, her dad said, based on her messages, she did not seem to be scared. So, okay, let me see right here. I want to know why Dr. Phil chose that particular person. I'm going to look more into that. If you guys missed it, you rewind a little bit. We went over a theory that has, been on the Dr. Phil show, and now she's made a TikTok kind of clarifying some more details. Yeah, you definitely want to check that out. So 37 minutes ago, Brian Enton, Moscow Police Department say investigation continues. They've had over 9,025 email tips. Think about it. They have to go through all of these. 6,050 digital media submissions. They've conducted over 300 interviews. That is crazy. Jennifer Coffindaffer, Shaybanae retweeted, as feared, as time goes by, evidence, including video, will continue to be leaked. Whether for money or attention or whatever the motive, it is not right and will not help law enforcement in their investigation. Don't we all want this case solved? Remember, you guys, I talked about this when this photo came out because we've had so many things. I mean, look, police didn't release the grub truck footage. Police did not release the footage of them going down the sidewalk. Police did not release this. And I know that they are reeling inside over all this stuff because it's out of their control. Yes, we did. We talked about that. Super interesting. Do you think the killer may have already been in the house waiting? I think it's a possibility. I've thought about that a lot. I think that the killer had, if they didn't live very close, they had some form of shelter very close by, like a car or something like that. I think that they could have been hiding in there before or just been watching and waited for them to go to bed and then went in. I think that the house is the perfect setup for some weird people to be spying and watching. I really do. And that's scary. But it's just like on the hill, you can see in all the windows, there's no curtains. I don't know. I wish that they would have had blinds on their windows and that kind of thing. Hey, Killer Looks. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. Has it been verified? Oh, no, I wanted to go through the Hunter stuff before we go. So we had to look at that. Let's just see what's on Twitter really fast so we can go look at that, and then I will let you guys go. But that's really interesting to me. And we watched Hunter's speech yesterday. On my or day before yesterday on my channel. Let's see if there's anything new from Brian Enton. I think that if there was something big, he would probably be talking about it. He does talk about the cleaning crew that's going to the crime scene. I can't believe that they haven't done that yet. Idaho may release the infamous 911 call publicly reported on Fox News just now, 6 hours ago. Huh. I just watched a report on Fox News. They're contemplating releasing it publicly. I don't believe that. Here's what I watched on Fox. Here we go. Let's see what it says.
Students were killed. The Moscow Police Department is thinking about releasing the 911 call from the warning those four University of Iowa.
So that is exactly what she said. Moscow Police Department is debating releasing the 911 call. Oh my. Do it. Holy moly. Hunter lived, so either him or his girlfriend, I don't know who was on the lease, but one of them lived right by them. He was actually in one of the body cam footage with Kaylee, and he did a speech at the memorial for Ethan. A YouTuber said one of the survivors saw one of the victims, ran out calling 911. A passerby saw the survivor pass out, and that's how it was an unconscious person, not knowing what was inside. So, Shelly, I've seen that rumor everywhere, but I just not have seen that anywhere verified. The way that we know, it was from the roommate's phone. That makes you think it could possibly not be a roommate. There was something that came out yesterday about it possibly Ethan being who they thought was unconscious. I just don't know. I think it's all rumors until we hear from police exactly. I really do. So I don't want to put too much into release for trial, Chief said, but maybe before. It's all connected. Where do you think four young people meet up with and had interactions with the same people to hate so much they murdered them in cold malice? Or it could be a random serial killer and there's no hate involved. When appropriate, whether that is this year or next or during trial. Okay, Latitude, thank you so much. Where was that said? So Fox News just... Thank you, Gina. Oh, my. Oh, my is right on the 911 call. I'm a fallout. I know. I think we need to hear that. I really do. I mean, I'm not saying now. I think what's most important is that they can not only arrest somebody, but convict them. But yeah, I think that we need to hear that. I really don't want to hear the call personally. They can provide more detail. I'd be good with that. I'd be good with that too, to be honest. Because it is very confusing, and it's caused a ton of his last interview yesterday. Okay. It's caused a ton of rumor and that kind of stuff. I think that picture release was strategic. Now they're mentioning the 911 call. Well, see, the picture was not released from police. The picture was released, I believe, from the Facebook group. So let's go back. We're going to go check out. Let me just open up YouTube because I want to show you. We're going to talk about Hunter for a moment and some of the stuff that JLR has been posting, which is really interesting. And we're talking about because he's been in direct communication with the police chief. Wish I could breathe, you guys. Okay. So sorry, just a moment, and I'll have it right up. So Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. We're going to share this tab and go to his community page. Moscow police will be back at the home tomorrow. Okay, Emily Alant, this is Hunter's girlfriend, hitting grand slams in her early days. Emily stayed next door to the victim's home. I heard victim Xana Kernodle wanted her locks changed to avoid her. I heard Emily is with her family in Mexico or on vacation. I wonder if authorities are waiting for her to come back so they can interrogate her. And he did find a picture of her in Mexico. Now, it's just, how do we know that that's why Xana wanted her locks changed? Now, I do know that it's rumored that Emily and Hunter had the code to the door and they would come over all the time, unexpectedly, that kind of thing. I sent my findings to Moscow PD and Chief Fry personally got back to me. Now it's a wait and see. So let me show you some more. Oh, man. Sorry, you guys. Scrolled. I don't know what the heck I did there. Then he talks about parking passes, which he says, I made my video about parking passes. Fox News checked up on it and then reported today. Well, guess what, buddy? I reported about those parking passes like 3 weeks ago. But not how many cars were there, but we did talk about them. Former probation officer just gave me positive encouragement. Okay. Now, this is another thing. Yesterday, I heard there was a GoFundMe for Kaylee's Land Rover, and then it was taken down, but it was Jack D's aunt. And remember, she set up the other GoFundMe as well. So that's kind of interesting. We just became aware of it. It appears it was a family friend with good intentions. That person said we contacted the person hosting it and had it taken down, all donations returned. So, theories and speculation on motive. What would her motive be? Talking about Emily. It doesn't make sense. Jonathan says, I think a combination of alcohol, jealousy, egos. Possibly Xana didn't want her around anymore. Beef with someone in the house. Partying. Hunter. Kaylee only speculating. Just speculation. But let's keep going because there are some other things, but it's just a little bit back because he posted a lot. So I'm really curious what you guys think about these guys too. Okay, this was, oh my gosh. So someone said, I think it was a duo of suspects. Let me get back to it again. YouTube is being stupid. And he writes back, I know for a fact that they're on authorities' radar. That's a pretty bold statement. See, I agree, and I'm thinking it's a duo of suspects, Emily and Hunter. He says, I know for a fact they are on authorities' radar. All this going on while Emily is in Mexico right now with her family on vacation. Emily stayed 25 feet away from the Moscow home. I'm told she had keys to the victim's home and would show up all the time uninvited, would party inside the home. She was tight with Xana. Where was Emily and or Hunter Johnson on the 13th? Have authorities searched their home. So where the roommate's picture is, where you see Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, Xana, that's 1122. And then that's Emily's house. The one in front of it is the one that's like gray on top, white on the bottom with the weird fencing that almost looks like a soccer net or something. We've talked about that house on here. Hey, Amber. Good to see you. Hey, Tia. Oh, my God, it was a big deal. You don't kill for people for petty things. It was a crime of passion. Possibly. If they knew each other, I think it was crime of passion. Oh, thank you, Melmac. If they didn't know each other, it could be a serial killer or anything. With this case, it sounds like there are so many potential suspects. I agree. For me, like just my own, and I'm nobody. Don't get it. I know that I'm nobody. I'm not saying that my opinion matters like at all, but just my opinion. So I was really suspicious of Jack S., but not anymore. Then I was really suspicious of Jack D., but not really anymore. Then I've went through some stuff with Anon, and I still am not 100% he's not involved, but most likely I don't think he's involved. And these kids, I most likely think they're probably not involved. But I still think it's really interesting to look at. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Christine, I can't say her name, Paulia, whatever. Christine P. She and her boyfriend killed her two best friends along with their boyfriends. Yes, they did. Fun for the rover? Yeah, to pay it off is what it said. I will say I have strongly considered that there are two suspects from the beginning. I don't know what motive would be, you guys. I'm really not sure on this one. I'm really not sure. If there were two people, what would they... I don't know. I guess, it's possible. It'd be easier with two people, but how would they do that without alerting someone? Like, people would have, I don't know, maybe be alerted. So look at this. Emily Allant and Hunter Johnson caused a lot of problems at that Moscow home since August 2022 with all the partying and the loud noise there. Those two acted like they owned that home. Then he says, just outright and boldly, and I shared this and asked for his source. So he says, Hunter Johnson made the 911 call, period. I said, excuse me, sir, can I have a source, please? Because, I'm really interested in how you're, do we just take this as your opinion? Because that's what we have to take it as. Without a source, you can't just see anything. Even from me, you guys, do not see anything from a creator without the source and seeing it yourself with your own eyes and believe it. You can't do that on here. And if you do, we allow ourselves to be just completely emotionally manipulated and go through hell. So just know, if you don't see the source, we have to take it as opinion. You know what I mean? Hey, Kay. And I know you guys know that, but you can look at her obituary. I believe she has a brother. That's a good idea. I've actually looked at her obituary before, but I can't remember at the time her brother was not in my mind. So I don't know that I noticed it. I can't see a girl doing this. My thoughts are Jack D out of a crime of jealousy and passion. Need sources always. Yep, I agree. It's weird you say my name so much. Emily. I have a niece named Emily, but I call her Emmy. I love your name. You also open yourselves up to slanderous lawsuits. Absolutely. But I know there's so many people who see this stuff and they just take it as fact, because I've looked through the comments. Go give it yourself a go sometime. You'll see people going, oh my God, you're so smart. Oh my God, thank you for giving us all the information. Oh my God, you're so honest. I appreciate you so much. Seriously. But without a source, how do we know? I don't know. So Anon used the excuse for the apartment he has because of the high ceiling, but tells us he was outside practicing. And you're right, Eugene. A lot of times there were some people in here who knew John Wayne Gacy. And actually, I think, was Tammy one? I don't know, but a couple people in here lived near him and that kind of thing. I believe it was Gacy. And they were saying that, it was either him or another prolific serial killer that we know of. But anyways, that basically, he had a very normal family life. You would never expect it. He was a great dad, great husband. I don't know. It's crazy, because that's absolutely the truth. Hey, Case. As close as Mo and I are, we still show each other the source when we discuss a case. Yeah, I do with my friends too. My friends tell me if, Teresa, who I love and respect and definitely believe, trust with everything. If she came to me and was like, Hunter made the 911 call, I'd be like, how'd you find that out? That's just, I don't know. Eurotrash. Oh my God. Method. Speculating on people you have never met. Oh my God. Oh, you guys are funny. I wish I had a screenshot of that. Can one of you mods, will you screenshot that? Because I'm going to go through all of the crazy ass comments that I've gotten, and they can be pretty funny. I think that'd be a fun live. Hi, everyone. Been listening, dealing on my second channel, but not on here. Been listening, dealing with my kids. I think it's a serial killer in the making. Think about the age of everyone. This is when serious mental illnesses set in, psychosis, schizoaffective. That's a great point. So I learned this in psychology, and I was surprised by it. A lot of times people who are schizophrenic, they show no sign of it really. All of a sudden in their early 20s, or women, it can be a little later. I think men are more likely like 18 to 22 or something for it to show up, in women a couple years later, whatever. And I may have that backwards, but regardless, it doesn't show at all until all of a sudden it does. And that's just how those kind of mental illnesses work. I would still source it. I know you would. Do you think this was planned? Yeah, I do. At least somewhat. I think it had to be thought through at least somewhat, right? I don't know. Yeah, Lady V and another lady lived in the city. It was BTK. That's who it was. Thank you. Allegedly. Agree. If you told me, I'd be the same way. Where'd you hear that? Oh, hey, High Priestess Tarot. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, share. Oh my God. I love that her babies are with her. I think that's so awesome. I love to see that. Not a method. Yeah, me neither. I'm sick. Every time I laugh, it gets me out of breath where I got a cough. That is hilarious. 21 is a common age of onset for men. However, schizophrenics are less likely than the general population to commit violent crime. Wow, I didn't know that. Jeremy the neighbor, still on my list. I posted a call with CD analysis of a crime about what time he walked his dog on the 13th in the morning. He said, I did not walk my dog, but then did a weird retraction. Also, let me get where you can see my face because of the light. Also, right here, not a method, okay? But whatever. People are freaking crazy, you guys. Some people say they are passionate about these crimes, but in fact, they're obsessed, similar to a serial killer's mindset. Late teens for males, usually. Oh, thank you, Kay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, I wouldn't believe anybody telling you guys anything about who calls noise complaints, 911, anything without proof, you know? Oh my gosh, T. Wow. That's crazy, and I'm sorry. I'd be curious to when that set in. Do you know when he found out? Who would mention money owed to them at a celebration of life? Well, I mean, he's a kid, so I don't know. That's what all smokers say. So now I'm coughing because I'm a smoker, not because I'm sick. Okay, you're right. Whatever. Whatever. I took Psych 101 and I was taught we all have the schizophrenia gene. It just takes trauma to trigger it. I took Psych 101 too. I don't know that I learned that in there, but that's interesting. I remember learning that like trauma triggers it. I don't remember about us all having it, but it's crazy. Hey, Nicole. Fox News, King Road crime scene to be clean starting Friday. We saw that, Riddler. Thank you so much. Hey, Ro. Hi, my first live. A close family member was a severe paranoid schizophrenic, and it didn't show up until about age 16. He tended to hurt himself. Oh my God. Well, that's the second person with some kind of mental illness like that who, instead of hurting other people, hurt themselves, you know? Hey, Joan. Early 20s. Okay. Wow. Schizophrenics are less likely than the masses on a percentage basis to commit violent crimes. I didn't know that either. That's just what a comment said. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I can maybe post a few of them because I had them sent to me and I don't really know where I can direct you where you can easily get them, but I guess I could post them. Or if you wanted to email me, I could send them all because I actually can't post them all. So I don't mind to do that. If you email me, here's my email. If you'd like to see those. There are some real smart people. Oh, people are just crazy. You know that. I don't care. I don't take offense to it anymore. Not once have I ever seen anyone from Sigma Chi in the Moscow home. No pics, no videos. Has she been questioned? And Hunter, look, no doubt Hunter has been questioned. I know something I haven't shared yet. Unclear if Emily has been questioned. Believed to be traveling with her family right now. Authorities are aware of her for sure. Then Xana Kernodle wanted locks in her room because she was sick of Emily coming over from next door. No source or anything like that. So again, I think that it's, I'll discuss it. We can talk about it, but I just, don't put a ton of weight into it without the source, no matter who it is, even if it's my favorite creator. And I think that will help with rumors and stuff too. I still think it's someone they knew. All right, you guys. So I think that's all we have to go through. I'm going to let you guys go. By the way, last night I watched a movie with my kids on Peacock, and I loved that so much. It's like I get so stuck in this true crime and YouTube that it's really all I want to do and look at and talk about, or, and I hadn't been taking a lot of time to like sit down and watch TV, and especially with the family. So I encourage you guys to do that. Like, there's some good movies on Peacock too right now. Like if you like scary movies, there's some really scary ones on there. I'm going to try to do it again tonight. And then I will also be putting together a really funny video of all the comments that are out of control that I've gotten on either YouTube or TikTok. And I don't know how long that will take me. Honestly, they're coming in at a pretty high rate, so it shouldn't take too long. So yeah, definitely don't want to miss that. Tarot readers the same as psychic? No. So tarot readers do use their intuition when they're like looking at a card. They will, a lot of them, if they're any good, will have their own personal connection in their own way. They read a card based on like how they feel and what they think when they see one. But they're using a tool. Like the tarot cards are a tool, same as a Ouija board, pendulum, those sticks that people use, the same as that, so you got some kind of tool. A psychic wouldn't need that medium there, she would be the medium, right? So that's that makes sense. Thank you. You're amazing. Thank you guys for being here. I had fun. I love you guys. I really, really do. I still want to see Casey Anthony on Peacock. Lips, message me. I'll let you use mine if you want to watch it. I do think that there's somebody who posted it on YouTube. I remember something about that. I think the roommates know everything, but they don't want to talk because they're afraid. Because most probably is more than one murder. I love you, Nadie. I love all of you guys so much. Yeah. Have a great night. And I'm going to be posting. Yes. There you go. The sticks, the dowsing rods, not juggling sticks. Aubrey. Oh, that's so cool, Sweet and Sleuthy. See, there are some really good ones. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you all for being here. I'll be posting some other little videos that are like, it might show up as a live, but they're going to be pre-recorded. It's just because of the way that it goes through StreamYard, so that you can have like that premiere in the chat. It will look like a live. But yeah, I'll see you guys then, and I'll see you over at Criminality at 5 Eastern, I believe. And yeah, I love you all, and I hope you have a great day. And thank you for being here and spending your time with me. It really means a lot to me. So, and mods, thank you. I love you a lot, and I appreciate you. All right, guys. Thank you, Scorpio Joe. Have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Bye.